Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Mike. Sorry for the weird camera angle. The sun is right there, so I'm going to try to keep it here and cut this just while I'm thinking about it. We are out on a 12-miler today, trying to get that one in today. Quick review of the New Balances. I'm rocking the New Balance 1080s. They are like walking on clouds, and they have a really cool rocker on them to where it almost feels like when you're taking a step, it's almost like you'd see the swing action of a rocking horse. So interesting so far. Made the walk pretty effortlessly. So if you're a walker, especially a big one like me, I clock in it right at 230, 240. I've never shown a full body, but I'm not in horrible shape or anything. I walk a lot, so that's why we do it. But hey, I wanted to kind of recap. So yesterday I posted a pinned video of a little clip from the live that we had. Left it up, and there were some reception issues, so I kind of took it down. But I mentioned that because I hopped on with a buddy of mine, completely unscheduled thing. We hadn't talked, in matter of fact, in like a couple hours. He actually worked for me while I was in the Navy. And during that time, he started a company called Peaches and Clean. It's a cleaning company, and they were doing really well. He mentioned they had gotten up to about $40,000 a month in revenues, which down in our area is pretty significant. So much so that they were the #1 company. And like I said, we hadn't spoken in a couple years now, and ran across each other on my live, and I just asked him how it was going, and they've since had to shut down, and it wasn't because they weren't making money, but due to his obligations to the military and working towards retirement, he had to, move with the military. And I wish I would have known that sooner. Sorry, Mike, if you see this, but basically what it come down to is they couldn't find a person suitable enough to run that organization for them while in their absence, and to do so as such with integrity. And why do I mention that? It brings up a good point. Not like I said, it's not a sales pitch. I don't care if it's me, or some other organization. But definitely, hold on just a second here, loud one. But reach out, at least talk to somebody that's coming out of a good place, good space in their heart. I have time now, so business owners, if you kind of haven't wrapped your head around hiring and just want some insights, reach out. I don't charge. We can just shoot the breeze. It's good to network. You never know what happens from there. But the impetus behind it was they did what we fall into, and I mentioned it was a trap of mine as well. I've done it before, and that is falling into that working in the business, vice on the business, especially at that upper level. You got to make sure you're getting product out the door. You're measuring P&L. You're trying to, adjust your funnels to make sure your inbound is good. Restock of supplies, etc. All that stuff happens, and typically when hiring needs arise, it's usually a rush to get it done right, or to get a replacement in there, because you hired that person originally for a reason, right? They were vital to your organization. And what typically happens, and I've been guilty of it, even after having a background in recruiting, I've done it. So real world experience, working with my buddy Mike, setting up a couple of retail stores here on the coast and operating some of the ones that we're already running. We, as part of the growth strategy, wanted to bring on a salesperson. You're pretty task saturated through the day. Like I said, I was running 3 organizations for him, and doing that as part of the consulting thing / friend and building out one other store. And so we bought on a salesperson. Nothing wrong with a salesperson. We interviewed a couple folks, but I was more worried about getting someone in the seat than necessarily the quality. So I own that as a mistake. and I use that as an example because it shows it can happen to somebody even that had experience in the recruiting space. And anyway, long story short, knowing that crucible, I think it's vital to small business to really understand hiring. So like I said, reach out. I just want to network, help where I can, and provide a little wisdom and guidance as part of this whole little second season of life and purpose-seeking journey. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you have those hiring questions, reach out. And that just goes to show you the importance of hiring and getting it right. I asked Mike, I was like, so had you been able to hire the right person for that position do you think the business would still be open today? And it was a resounding absolutely. And like I said, I would share it. I've still got it. If y'all want to see the live edit of it, like I said, there were just some clips and audio that were kind of janky and frozen, but if there's a need for it, I can post that video if somebody thinks there'd be some good earned out of it. But like I said, longer video today. Thought that was a pretty salient point. Like I said, it is what we do. It's kind of the reason we got fired up is because I saw the deficiency here. And then even after talking with folks and interviewing, one of the things that I was getting from recruiters specifically is they hated hiring folks to work for companies that they wouldn't themselves want to work for. So, and I understand that's part of the business thing for a lot of these big volume companies. And that's one reason, like us personally, we're only going to grow with private money. We're not taking on debt. We are not beholden to, shareholders, etc. And the reason is you don't have, now you grow to your expectations. Now you offer your levels of customer service. And I don't use that as a sales point for us, but kind of use that if you're a small business, you want to grow, kind of think about that before you grow with other people's money as well. And not saying that that's bad if you do, but there's a time and place for it. And make sure that it doesn't make you beholden to their growth model. And you get to do it on your terms. Anyway, like I said, long video, folks. Thought it was worth mentioning. Hope you guys are still having a fantastic week. Mike out.